Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where I so want to declare on a Khan. I really want to do this. Unfortunately, we literally can't. Like, it's not that I feel like we can't win this. We absolutely can. We literally can't click the declare war button because our level of fame is too low. Which is, of course, sad. It's such a good opportunity. Such a good opportunity. We need to work on our prestige, but we also need to work on investing in our long-term holdings here. So that is something that we'll work on for a bit here. We, of course, need to revoke this from our brother, who unfortunately chose to go to prison rather than rebel against us. Makes me sad, to be sure. That does, of course, mean that we are going to rack up a lot of tyranny if we take this from him. So we're holding off on that for the time being while we work on control in some of these regions. We've also got this dangerous faction. I'm not too concerned about it. I think that it's going to probably go away on its own. In Garumel? We'll halt this barbarism for the stress loss, I think. There we go. Excellent. So, as I was saying, I think this faction will probably go away on its... Yes, I know this music is loud and dramatic. It'll stop in a moment. It's so much louder than all the other music, too. There we go. As I was saying, before I was so rudely interrupted, this faction here, I suspect, might go away on its own, although looking at it, they did just add in... Did they add someone in? Or did this guy grow a little bit in power? I think he grew a little bit in power. Now, we can't really do too much about this guy right now. This guy, on the other hand, we could. Let's see what we can do here. Our half-brother? Yes. Ideal. That will get us an alliance with him, which will mean that this independence faction is now irrelevant. Wonderful. Okay, so our cash levels are coming up. There's no doubt about that. Our spouse is up to the task. Sure. Studying intrigue, huh? Sure. That should be fine. Now, what I want to do more than anything is I want to invest in our regions here, because that will pay huge dividends later. I don't want to work too hard on expansion. Yes, a Khan is a fantastic opportunity. No, it's not something we can currently do. We're going to have to hold off on this. He may form empire titles, and if he does, the opportunity will be lesser. Ugh, I want that 200. I really want that 200 gold. We can create a duchy. That would get us some prestige, but I feel like gold is more important right now. I really do. Now, you can see here that our steward is working on development. This is still a long-term gain. We could have him swap over to collecting taxes, but I don't want to. I want to keep him working on development as a long-term investment. We are going to continue working on our holdings over here. We can construct in potentially pastoral lands, but we have to do a barracks here, I feel like. In our capital, we did have the desert agriculture here. And that could theoretically... Hold on. That could be theoretically replaced with a camelry, but I don't think that's useful. I think we keep that as is. Okay, new acquisitions. An old ledger? Sure. +1 stewardship. We'll take it. Excellent. How close are we on our wealth focus here? We are getting a little bit close, but it'll be a while before we really get anything particularly good here. It'll be honored to serve. That'll be our next good one. I mean, the rest of those are good, don't get me wrong. I'm just speaking in terms of gold. We do need to get a construction going over here, and this one should be a barracks. So that's 150 gold before that's ready to go. Again, we are doing military buildings in our holdings in this duchy because it has the capital duchy plus 10% bonus. Now there's this independence faction rearing its rugly head again, I was going to say, but it's actually an ugly head, and I would like to arrange a marriage with this person and our daughter. That'll solve that problem. This guy's calling us into war. I accept. Because we make additional money while we're in this war, do we actually need to participate in the war, is the question. The answer is possibly. It's a long ways away from us. I think we'll just ignore it. And we'll just take the sweet, sweet war profiteer cash. Excellent. That does, of course, mean that we can now build our barracks over here. We're being raided. Where and by whom? Over here? No. Over here? No. I shouldn't have clicked through that. I should have just clicked on the go to location. That is definitely something that I am regretting right now because I don't know where we're being raided at. And I would very much like to know that. Okay. Well, actually, we know we're being raided by this guy. Ah. I didn't even know we had these counties. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. But we're mostly taking a life off here from Conquest. And we are instead using it on investment. Now, I would very much like to be spending this money primarily on getting more money. That would be ideal for us. Yes, we accept this. Excellent. Yeah, we're being raided over there. I'm actually not going to care about that. Who is this? This is Peasant Rabble? Okay. It's fine. We'll deal with them easily enough. Not a big deal. I would like additional cash. You're making cash very slowly. Very slowly. But as long as they're in our prison, we can think of this as being half a gold per month coming to us. That's something that would be a good thing. Now, we should probably look at our player heir, which is this guy. I'm going to go ahead and have him work on a stewardship education. Perfect. We want that sweet, sweet cash. And we can think eventually about passing high crown authority. We don't want to go to absolute crown authority for a long time. However, we can grab either chains of loyalty or large levies, and we're going to take large levies. Excellent. Sure. I don't care that he might join that. That's fine. Whatever. So we're up to 78 gold here. I do want to invest in these locations down here that we directly control. So actually, this one here would be pretty good. Our control level is super low down here, of course. Our control level is low up here as well. We do need to work on that. Okay. Our heir died. We'll probably have a new male heir, though, in all honesty. Almost certainly, in fact. So, our daughter here is unlikely to be our actual heir. If she is our actual heir, then we've got a problem. There's no doubt about that. But I don't think it's going to be a thing. Akan is currently defending against a war against tyranny. That's nice. They can do that. They can certainly do that. But we are, of course, going to work on our income. Specifically, I think from this mosque. I think this is the place that we want to work on this. So first things first, farms and fields is absolutely the most efficient building to build for cash. So we're going to do that for sure. Now we could put in monasteries for the control growth. But I actually think that we're going to go for farms and fields, desert agriculture, and That's just control growth for monasteries. So instead, we can go for something like pastoral lands, which would give us development growth. Okay, so we'll build our farms and fields here first. We want maximal development growth and maximal gold in our economic duchy here. And I want to develop this first because the more gold that we have coming in, the faster we can develop all of this. So that is ideal for us. We need to get this maxed out as quick as we can. We need to switch out these camp cooks and levying grounds into pastoral lands and hunting grounds as well. So that's all something that we need to do. We are, of course, still working on control over here. And the quartermaster's office here should probably be switched as well. Just double checking that this is still just that peasant rabble. Yeah, they're actually going to do this right now. We are going to go ahead and tell them, no, get out of here. So they have some troops over here and over here. That's fine. We will go ahead and raise up our men-at-arms only. Right here. Well, there are some levies there too. We don't need these levies. I'm going to get rid of them because I do not want to pay for them. So all of these levies here, we will get out of there. Now, we can't actually disband them because these guys are up here, which is sad. We're going to move these guys away and try to disband them as quick as we can. It'll have to be after this battle. That's sad. And yeah, this task was then aborted because they're sieging over here. That's okay. I'm actually going to immediately move our marshal into increasing control down here. That'll be fine. Excellent. We inherited a mosque, and we probably need to give that away, don't we? Yeah, that's this mosque here. So we do need to give that away. There we go. And these guys still can't actually be put down. I'm a little... Oh, it's because there's an army up here. Okay. We're still gout-ridden, and it's even worse. Okay. Unfortunate. Put this guy in charge. And we'll just go put this rebellion down. We do lose control in all of these counties, right? So this one should be at 75 now. This one is at 11, and this one drops to 19, which is not ideal, to be sure. Okay, so the Peasant Rebellion is over. And by winning this, the locals are pacified, which gives popular opinion. It does not give us the control back, though. Okay. I was hoping that we'd have some amount of control that came back there, but nope, not going to happen for now. Well, our control is going to slowly come up, but we definitely have a lot that we need to work on. So first things first, I want to replace the... Let's see, that was over here, right? Yeah, the quartermaster's office here needs to be replaced. So we'll replace this with nothing. Okay, there's nothing that we can replace it with, so this isn't actually all that important. The camelry... Actually, the camelry does eventually give taxes. Fascinating. So we should actually replace this with the camelry. Okay, sounds good to me. We'll do it. Duolo here, of course, we have this already fully set up to be taxation. Bogo needs some work. There's no doubt about that one. And in general, we need a lot of control. Yeah, this war is being lost. We don't care. Completely irrelevant to us. We can ransom this person. Once again, we are getting half a gold per month from her as long as we have her in the prison until this is 100 gold. Until this is 100 gold. At which point we get our payout. So that'll be okay. I do want to check on our current tyranny level. So let's look at this guy. Our tyrant is down to minus 26 right now. So I still want to hold off on Garumel. I want to check to see if this guy has a child. He does. Okay. Not super happy about that, but he's no longer imprisoned. He obviously wouldn't accept this. I must have accidentally released him. I think I ransomed him, didn't I? Oh well. It's not the biggest of deals. We'll get that back from him. It's just a matter of time. In fact, one thing we could do is, instead of converting, we could fabricate a claim on it. I think I'll wait until after this conversion is done, though. We've got a lot of work to do still, and we're currently on our domain limit. Of course, that's because of this mosque, but we still need to get there. Like, we would need to get rid of this mosque in order to pick this up, and I would rather have the economic building right now, I think. So I think it's okay. We will get Garumel back, though. There's no doubt about that one. So our development is coming up here. If we go into development map mode, then we can see our development is not great compared to the rest of the world, but it is coming up. So like if you look, for example, at Rome here, their development is currently at 40. So that's a thing. Our development in our capital is currently at 14. Okay. Well, we knew that that was going to be pretty far behind, and that's why we've been working on development for a long time. Of course, Rome should be pretty well capped, right? Existing development minus 2.3. They're actually not capped. They're going up by 1.1. Okay. That's fine. We are, of course, currently going up by 0.7. So that means that we are falling behind Rome still. Not great, but that is, of course, part of the reason why we're going for coinage. And then we are also going to be going for communal government pretty soon. Although I did want to check to see how our exposure to West African canoes was coming. Okay, there's actually no exposure there. Interesting. Our exposure is actually to Armillary Sphere. Not super important to us. Our naval speed is pretty irrelevant, in all honesty. Okay, sounds reasonable-ish. I'm going to go ahead and remove the camp cooks here, and we're going to replace this with pastoral lands. Excellent. And then we'll replace the levying grounds with hunting grounds. Just got to get those sweet, sweet economic duchies, or rather economic counties, worked up. Yeah, there's still a lot of stuff here. We can still construct a couple of holdings over here, and we're going to prefer to construct cities here, for sure, but that'll be fine. We did just go up to Illustrious. That is nice. There's no doubt about that. That's not high enough to attack a Khan. I wish it was. 47? Sure. But we are still working on our investment here. This is, I'm sure, high-octane content, but this is very important to get this done early on. We do not want to still be working on this in 300 years. Okay, new stewardship perk is available. We will grab Soon Forgiven for that tyranny reduction. That is going to be a big deal for us, considering we've done a lot of tyranny. That's minus 22 opinion right now. So we're going to continue to allow that to drop. Our factionalism has pretty much subsided, so no worries there. Wooden barracks have been built over here, sure. That is completely fine. In Yao, we of course have the camelry, we have berry groves, we have a quartermaster's office, and camp cooks. I believe we have this because there's nothing else that we can get other than pastoral lands, and we chose to go for berry groves instead. Yeah, that's exactly what that is. Fantastic. Okay, so they were defeated. Sure, we didn't participate. We just took the money from War Profiteer. That did give us a fair amount of... Oh, hello. This is as a defender. Do we care about this? Not exactly. Not exactly. Now, this guy doesn't have troops. So, sorry, bud, but you're gonna have problems. We're just taking the cash again. We're really too far away to help him. I mean, we could walk over here and go like that. That's a thing we could do. But also, that's a thing that would cost us money. And why would we want to spend money on this? Now that's the question, isn't it? It's up to 48 gold, sure. And we are getting very close now to converting this faith. That's great. That is progressing nicely. Our control growth is slow. There's no doubt about that. I do want to check to see what our council skill levels are. Okay. Our steward is awful. Can we move him somewhere else, potentially? We could move him into Spy Master, perhaps? So he would be a skill 7 Spy Master. He'd be a worse Spy Master, but we don't actually care. So let's sort by that intrigue skill. And we'll go down to skill 7. And we want to swap him. Right? No, this is a different guy. We want to swap him. Yes. Okay, that did get us a skill in stewardship, but now we want to replace this guy with our best steward, which is this guy. Oh, we can't fire this guy. Yeah, he got his way onto the council with a hook. Okay, fair enough. We do, however, want to work on fabricating a claim on Garumel. There we go. Excellent. And yeah, our ally is probably going to lose that. Unless he has other allies other than us. No, he doesn't. Okay, well, sorry, buddy. Sorry. We do want to work on construction over here. Ideally, desert agriculture, and do we want pastoral lands or hunting grounds is the question. That is indeed the question. For now, we definitely want desert agriculture. Excellent. And our cash is rising. This is exactly what we want to see. We want to see our amount of income going up constantly. We're up to 13.4 right now, and that's going very, very nicely. We're working hard on our economic duchy right now, and it will ultimately pay off. Now we are working on control in our capital, and we may want to start working on, or rather not control, but development in our capital. And we may want to start working on development in Duolo here. That's currently coming up by 0.4. Okay. And of course, because Baghdad is controlled, we are getting plus 10%, which is nice. We're getting 10% from currency as well, but coinage will be another good boost. Excellent. We're going to be able to invest in another one very shortly. This is going great. I do want to construct additional city holdings here and here. Other holding constructions, I think, aren't happening, right? Kira is part of de jure this duchy, but I don't think it's currently reporting to us. Yeah, this is reporting to the King of Sao, or rather to this Duke. We're the King of Sao, but it's reporting to this Duke, and I want to retract a vassal from him. This vassal. Because we consider him to be evil, we can revoke it without being seen as a tyrant. Fantastic. Do it. Let's get that under our control. Okay, so this vassal now reports to us. Perfect. And nobody cares. That's what we like to see. Duolo here could use an upgrade to its Hunter's Lodges. And we will go ahead and do that, I think. Excellent. We're up to 14.7 gold per month. Which of course means that we're currently able to build an upgrade about once every 10 months. Really not too bad. That will come up pretty dramatically, though. For now, however, it is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to continue our investment. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time. I guess we'll get 25 gold for this person.